So we are hours away from this October 4th emergency alert. And personally, as a candidate for the U.S. Senate, I think the government's failure to respond to the concerns of people, because the internet is on fire with people concerned and upset, and the government's failure to address some of these concerns in advance is reckless and stupid, not including the harm that will be caused from it, that they are not considering. How many people in America are autistic? How many autistic children are there? You're going to be setting off a tone, and you're not telling people, is that sound going to continue for the full 30 minutes? Or is it going to take 30 minutes for it to roll out across the country, but it's only going to be a short little bit? The failure to not answer this question is a problem. And because they haven't answered this question, my daughters aren't going to school tomorrow. I have an autistic daughter. I'm also on the spectrum. And a lot of autistic children cannot handle that. They can't handle 30 minutes of a continuous loud tone. You are going to send thousands of children into meltdown, thousands of adults on the spectrum potentially into meltdown, not including how you're not even considering, the government's not even considering all of the military soldiers and all of the civilians that have PTSD for whatever reason, and you're going to set off a large tone for 30 minutes time? That's reckless. That's stupid. And it may just be that it's only going to be this little teeny 1 minute signal, and it takes 30 minutes to roll it out over this course, over the space of the entire country. But the fact that the government has not addressed this, has not clarified, yes, it's going to be 30 minutes. No, it's not going to be 30 minutes. Each person's only going to hear it for a minute. They haven't addressed this. That's reckless and stupid. And then all these concerns about all these women who have secret phones because they're in battered women's shelter. They had left battered women's shelters to go back to their boyfriends, or they're in a bad situation and they got secret phones in order to be able to reach out for help if they need to. You're going to be exposing all of those phones. This is stupid, and it's reckless, and it's going to cause tons of harm, but harm in ways no one else on the internet and no one else on YouTube and TikTok and Facebook is talking about. We're always saying as a nation that we need to care about our veterans. Well, most veterans suffer from PTSD. What is this going to do to them if it's 30 full minutes of tone, loud tone? You're going to be triggering the emotions of all of these people with PTSD. You're going to be triggering the people that are on the spectrum in ways that could set them back years and years of progress in their therapy or in their development progress. Like for autistic children, they progress slower, and they can have what's called autistic regression, and they have to relearn all the stuff that they had learned. But where is the concern for this? Where is the concern for these issues? And it's like, I'm running for U.S. Senate, challenging Ted Cruz to the Republican nomination. I make it my business to know what's going on. Even though I may not reshare everything, and even though I may not post every single day, I'm always reading the news. Every chance I get, every spare second I get, I'm reading the news. I'm watching news clips. I'm paying attention. Where is the public service announcement in advance to ease the concerns, since the internet is literally on fire with people concerned about this? If this much of our society is concerned, then the government has an obligation to at least address the subject before they go issuing out this huge whatever it's going to be. And it may be nothing. And even if most of the conspiracies don't turn out to be true, and the harm to autistic people and people that are in battered women's situations or battered relationships, and the harm to people with PTSD is going to happen no matter what the conspiracy is. And that alone is reckless and stupid to not issue an announcement. Is it going to be just 1 minute per person for your device, or is it a continuous 30 minutes? And because they haven't, me and my family will be shutting down everything. All of our devices, our internet, and my daughter will not be going to school tomorrow. They just won't be going. I'm keeping my autistic daughter home. Do I want to send them to school where everybody has a phone? If this thing turns out to be 30 minutes, and let her go into a meltdown at school, and what, for some school police officer to come and never have any training with autistic children, it can become a disaster? No, I'm not going to set my daughter up for that. As a U.S. Senate candidate, I even see problems with the failure to respond to the concerns that is lighting up the internet. So I don't believe a lot of the conspiracies, but I have legitimate other concerns that no one else is talking about. And I think you should be considering this, especially if you know someone that's autistic or has PTSD, or someone that is in a battered women's or battered relationship situation and they're hiding a phone. These are major concerns, and we need to be taking it serious. And I think that the government, just as usual, they don't care about the harm they cause. And so you do what you're going to do. Me and my family, we have our reasons of what we're going to do. And that may not be everybody else's reasons, but that's why I feel like, again, the government just doesn't care. Thank you.